cold never bothered me anyway.
From the time of Queen Elsa's birth, she possessed the ability to create snow, manipulate ice, bring things to life, curse people's minds and hearts, and thaw her magic. Although at times her magic seemed overwhelming, she had powers unlike anyone around her. But where did they come from? Well, after examining rune translations, theories, deleted songs, and interviews, I think I'm finally ready to theorize on an answer. Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people. I'm all about spreading the magic of Disney, so to accomplish that today, I'm diving into the world of Frozen in search of answers for the origin of Elsa's magic. By the way, if you'd like to learn more about Elsa's powers after the video, I provided all of the links to the movies, videos, and the resources I used in the description. Elsa was always meant to receive her ice magic, for it was prophesized, at least in the development days of Frozen. Early versions of the film possessed prophecies which foretold of Elsa's birth and her destiny to receive magic. Jennifer Lee, co-director of Frozen, explained, "We had this whole explanation like when Saturn is in this alignment with such and such on the 1000th year, a child will be born." And in the outtakes song Spring Pageant, the children in the performance recite an ancient troll prophecy.
Your future is bleak. Your kingdom will splinter. Your land shall be cursed with unending winter.
With blasts of cold will come dark art, and a ruler with a frozen heart.
These ideas were, of course, scrapped to simplify Elsa's magic, but they grant us a glimpse into the thought process behind her presence in the world. These foretellings of Elsa's coming, for one, provides us with the knowledge the alignment of the planets were the necessary conditions for Elsa to be born with these ice abilities. In addition, a 1,000-year-old prophecy of a royal magic wielder bringing unending winter makes sense, for it likely would have faded into myth for the citizens of Arendelle, which explains why citizens were so shocked to witness Elsa's powers. A prophecy of this age also makes sense because I think the only people who would continue to believe in the prophecy would be the royals who had documentation and resources to know one of their descendants would eventually need guidance in ruling Arendelle and controlling their magic, because those powers were difficult to handle. I think it'd be a lot of responsibility to have something as powerful as superpowers, but if I could have all the powers of Spider-Man, I think I'd be willing to do it. What Elsa was in control of was beautiful and extremely powerful magic, and this is illustrated by the description of ice magic by the Ice Harvesters. Although the Ice Harvesters were unaware of Elsa and her magic while singing the opening song, they understood the danger it could cause and warned to beware the frozen heart.
Beautiful, powerful, dangerous, cold. Ice has a magic and be controlled. Stronger than 1, stronger than 10, stronger than 100 men.
Elsa's powers were strong and dangerous, and as the film goes on, these powers only grow in intensity and strength. They become more uncomfortable for the emotional and secluded Elsa, bringing her closer to the crossroads she would face after her magic is revealed, just as Grandpappy had predicted.
Your power will only grow.
At times, Elsa's magic seems completely out of her control, and like a horrible curse.
No escape from the storm inside of me. I can't control the curse.
But of course we know Elsa was really just referring to her powers as a burden, because the frozen magic really isn't a curse. Grandpappy got right to the truth when he met Elsa for the first time. I guess trolls just don't mess around.
Born with the powers or cursed?
Born. And they're getting stronger.
Whatever happened to Elsa to grant her the magic that courses through her and fulfill the old prophecies derived from an event prior to her birth. But what is that event? What happened before Elsa was born to give her ice powers? Maybe her mom drank a wild moonflower or something. Just kidding, that's Tingled's thing. More seriously, from a previous Frozen theory I've done into the nature of the troll's magic, I think Elsa's powers could be tied to an element of the night sky. A part of the sky that made it seem awake to Anna the night of her accident, making her, of course, unable to sleep.
The sky's awake, so I'm awake, so we have to play.
I feel like at birthday parties and things like that, I was either one of two things. I was either the kid that fell asleep right away, or I was the kid that was trying to keep everyone up like Anna was. But what was keeping Anna up that night was the Aurora Borealis, otherwise known as the Northern Lights. In Norse mythology, the Northern Lights were believed to be reflections or glow from the shields and armor of the Valkyrie, female warriors who would choose who may die in battle and who may live to fight another day. And in Sweden, the aurora was often seen as a record of good news and were a gift from benevolent gods, providing warmth and light. The lights are seen as spirits, messages, and gifts from the gods, which is why in the art of Frozen they state the troll's magical crystals channel the aurora borealis. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. If the Disney universe exists, crystals are an underrated, huge factor within it. If the Northern Lights are the source of the troll's magic, maybe it is also the source of Elsa's magic too. And I think I found an explanation for how that could be within the runes King Agnar opens the night of Anna's accident. After discovering Panya's blog from one of the fangirls' videos, everything came together, for Panya had deciphered the Old Norse text in Agnar's book. The cover roughly translates to runes of knowledge, and the lengthy set of Old Norse text within it is where the knowledge on Elsa's powers truly is revealed. The long page within the rune roughly translates to: a stone brought forth powers of the moon sky, and the trolls from the dark mountain realm have healing hands. A soul wounded from cold will heal if brought very quickly to the field of the trolls to have those creatures naturally get all sorcery out of the approached body. This will save them. Such action done in true love is the only way to unthaw a heart turned to stone, which must be done very quickly. The next page in the rune shows an image of a man dressed in fine clothes with a royal crest on his tunic, seemingly having magic being removed from him, suggesting a royal of Arendelle before the time of King Agnar sought out the help of the trolls to remove magic that derived from the moon sky. What the text seems to be describing is a situation where an ancient Arendelle royal, an ancestor to Elsa, was corrupted by ice magic from the sky. That magic from the sky, I think, was the Northern Lights, since we already know that magic exists in the sky and is known to be channeled by the trolls. The rune goes on to indicate to save himself, the royal sought out the trolls to remove the magic within him. But I don't think the trolls removed all of the ice magic. I think the trolls kept the royal alive by removing the grand majority of the ice magic, but if there was just something they couldn't eliminate, then it's possible that magic would be passed down to that royal's descendants, along with this book that explained everything the royals knew on that magic. Generations could have went by, possibly even a millennium could have passed without the ice magic arising until it manifested again in Elsa. Here's how I think Elsa received her ice powers. Long ago, I think an ancestor of Elsa was struck with ice magic from the aurora borealis. I believe the trolls removed the harmful magic to keep the royal alive, but the magic remained in the royal family until a marvelous and foretold event occurred. I think with the alignment of the planets, the ice magic in the royal family was activated prior to the birth of Elsa, granting her the burden and gift of ice magic, creating an Ice Queen. I just wanted to say I really appreciate you watching this video. Your support truly means the world to me, and I don't know where I'd be in my life without all of you. So now it's time for the question of the day, sponsored by my patrons. To become a patron yourself, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/WotsoVideos. What is your favorite type of candy? Oh, and do you think Elsa's powers are derived from the Northern Lights? I haven't done a Frozen video in a long time, but I knew this was a topic I had to cover, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you enjoyed discussing Elsa's powers, then click that like button, and if you are interested in staying up to date with more magical Frozen videos, then click that subscribe button, and please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you'd like to see more Wotso videos, check out some awesome pics over here. And as always, thanks for watching and have a magical day.